let me just give you the highlights. Porsche maintained its lead, and they continue to rank #1 in the industry. They've held that title for 3 consecutive years, and also 7 out of the past 10 years. So they've continued to hold that title and done very well. But the big story, as you can see, was #2, was Kia. Kia moved up significantly. They were the 3rd most improved brand in the industry. They moved up 20 problems per 100, which is very significant for a brand level. And really all the models improved. If you look at every single one of their model, they had some substantial improvement. And looking at their launch vehicles as well, their Kia Sedona also launched very well and improved by 22 problems per 100 over its predecessor. So some big moves in Kia, and the ACEN, or the Audio Communication Entertainment Nav area, was really the one area where they improved the most. So some of the areas where others are struggling, they were improving the most. Looking down at the 3rd, Jaguar, it got bumped out a little bit in a second, but it continued to do very well. Jaguar performance has continued to do very well in our studies. And also Hyundai. Hyundai continued, it ranked 4th. As you recall, it was the best non-premium brand last year in both IQS and Appeal. Kia now is the best non-premium, but Hyundai has actually done very well and kept its rank at 4th. And looking at it, Infiniti is another brand that moved quite significantly. If you look at it, improved. It was the 2nd highest improved brand in the industry, and really jumped from 23rd to 5th. So a major improvement in Infiniti, mainly coming off the launch of the Q50. If you remember last year, the Q50 struggled in launch, and that was a lot of their volume. So they came off of that this year, and again, did very well. Also, Buick and Ford. Looking at Buick and Ford, they did very well as well, and moved up in rank pretty significantly. Ford in general has moved very significantly as we see a lot of their models. And Buick had many improvements as well, particularly on their Enclave. Their Encore also improved as well. And looking at the other side, as we look at the other half of the equation, we did have some brands that slipped. Toyota also slipped a little bit, going from 5th to 9th, though it did improve by 1 problem per 100. It's just everybody else improved more. Lexus also went down by 12 problems per 100 and went down to 9th as well. Looking at their performance this year, that's actually the lowest they've been when we look at ranking throughout the industry. So they fell. Looking at that, Cadillac also went from 13th to 21st, so they went down a little bit with the launch, basically their Escalade, with the launch of the new Escalade. And Chrysler, as we look at, was one of the most declined brands in the industry, mainly because of the launch of the 200. As we looked at the 300, the Chrysler 300 actually won in its segment, and it was the 3rd ranked model in the industry. So Chrysler had kind of a good news, bad news story as you look at it, with the Chrysler 300 doing extraordinarily well, 48 pound per 100 improvement. The 200 from a launch standpoint went back the other way.